awaken, to help to be in that spiritual heart from which true life flows. We're to be in touch with something besides the alienation and sinfulness and conflict and destructiveness of the world that we fall into tragically and willfully when we're coming from somewhere else besides the spiritual heart. God is merciful, and we're given endless chances through all of the messes that we're involved in and inherit and create, including all that I've messed up and missed, and sort of again and again relying on what Scripture calls God's mercy, God's willingness to let go and cover over so much, and not keep a long memory that would just crush us and tell us to do likewise. Let go, forgive, start over, turn the other cheek. No enemies, no ultimate enemies, just expedient, relative ones that we learn how to connect with in ways that hopefully eventually can have the goal of finding our common ground. I remember in the Israeli-Egyptian peace talks long ago, there was a moment they were in the desert together somewhere, I think, in Sinai, when they took a break, and one of the Israeli diplomats or military figures, I don't know what his place was, went over in the corner of the tent and started doing some yoga exercises, and was looking very peaceful and calm, centered. And others began to notice him on both sides and began to say, can we join you? And something happened after that when they came back together in the negotiations, and things connected, and they were able to move in a way that somehow they couldn't move before. Their identities somehow had dropped to a place that was deeper. They were closer to their spiritual hearts together, even though on the surface they had to be defending some boundaries that are called Israel and Egypt. Well, my fellow Shalemites, I can only say that I'm just so glad that Shalem continues to live to help serve that kind of vision and that kind of process that I hope is part of the leaven of the world that's needed to help show forth that we have this common spiritual human ground of a spiritual heart, a ground to which everyone belongs, without exception. And when we're willing to touch that place together, heaven exists. Eternity has a moment of happening. Love is. And we have a sense of hope, possibility of what can be. That means, of course, sacrificing all kinds of ways that we ourselves get in the way of that possibility. But the very fact, to me, that you've come here is a recognition, to me, your recognition that you too value what Shalem stands for. You too are part of that mission. You may express that mission in many other places and ways. I hope you do. But here is one place that I think still has a special and unique calling amidst all those with whom we hold hands in the world that share that same sense of common mission. So I just use this as one more opportunity to call us all to our true nature, our true Christ nature, our true nature in God, and to our spiritual hearts that reveal that, not just to our minds, not just to calm our ego fears, but that spiritual heart that enables us for real community and callings every day that involve our leadership. Very mundane situations in our families, right up to massive institutional changing situations. Every day, every one of us, a contemplative leader, every time we act from that deep, free, open, willing place in us, our spiritual hearts in God. So, thank you all for being part of this. I'm very grateful to God for all that's been given us together, and I hope we'll all continue to share the possibilities that belong to us, to our beleaguered world. To me, this is the greatest hope, what we're about.